Hello, everybody. All right, I'm just waiting to see who's coming on this morning. So if you guys just open the video to full screen, you actually can comment as the video goes, and I'll actually see your comments come up. So everybody holler at me. Who is watching? So don't comment in the Facebook comments below. Actually comment on the video, otherwise I can't see them. This is so weird because I can't hear anybody. So this is going to be interesting. All right, let me just see who's tuning in here. All right. All right, can everybody hear me? What's happening? Maybe just check on yours too. Okay. All right. I'm just going to have to trust that everyone can hear me because I don't know. Yeah. All right. Here it is. So as you can see, while I'm just waiting for everybody to tune in to the video, we have a gorgeous sunny day here in Melbourne today, which is a really nice gift considering it's been not so sunny lately. But yeah, we have a beautiful sunny day. It's starting to remind me that winter is slowly coming to an end, which is fantastic. I'm really grateful that I can do this live stream today. So for those of you who don't know, Victoria is under quite an intense lockdown at the moment. We can't go any further than 5 kilometres from our home. We have an 8 p.m. curfew, which still gets me because I like to go shopping at the end of the day to get groceries and stuff, and I can't do that. It always catches me by surprise. But yeah, we can't really leave our house much at all, and so it meant that I couldn't do what I wanted to do today. And initially I was going to do this awesome live stream from the design studio. Got distracted. From the recording studio, I was going to go live with some musos and some singers, and I'm like, oh, well, I can't do that now because that's way out of my 5 kilometre zone. So today, it's just going to be me, just right here behind my keyboard, really raw and authentic and unfiltered. So I hope that you guys are excited about that too. So, okay, I think we've got a few people tuning in. Still haven't seen any comments or anything yet, guys. So if you guys can just comment in there so I know that that's working.
No, I've tested it.
It's not coming up.
No.
Yeah, let me know, guys, if you can just start commenting on the video. I just want to see if it works. I haven't really done this before, so we'll see. Or anything yet, guys.
See?
Oh, hold on.
I told you.
Yet, guys. So if you guys can just comment in there so I know that that's working. Okay. All right. You know what? We'll just keep going. Okay, cool. All right. Okay, so you guys might be wondering why I have called this the pre-release listening party. So the reason why that is the case is because I don't actually officially release my new single for another 2 weeks. But I thought this week's my birthday week. I turned 33 this week. Woo! And since I was stuck in the house, I thought this would be a really cool way to celebrate and have a bit of a birthday party, I guess, online. And I also wanted to be able to give you guys access to my song early. So I'm just going to put a link up on here. Here we go. So if you look over here, I have a special web platform that I have uploaded my single to that you can get access to it today. Like for all the people that have already subscribed to my Patreon, you literally can go to your Patreon page right now and download my song. So I officially released this single on the 12th of September, but I wanted to give an early release to those who are keen and want to have it today. So Patreon, I find it's not quite as known in Australia as it is in America. But really what it is, it's a platform where I can create a bit of a community with my listeners and my fans. It's just a bit of a community where people can subscribe and support me to keep creating music, basically. So all you have to do is go to that link that I've got right here in the corner, patreon.com/Krystle Svetlana, and you can subscribe for as little as $5 a month US, $8 roughly a month Australian, or more if you like, and you can get a whole heap of special stuff that I've put up there. So I've got a whole heap of behind the scenes videos of me going through some of the demoing process that I did earlier this year of some songs that I'm still working on, but also the song that I'm presenting today. You can actually see me there in studio with my wonderful producer friend Simeon Shinkfield, who is a really good friend of mine, and I love getting into his studio. And so you can see some of our fun banter in the studio during isolation, being in separate rooms and just working creative magic. So yeah, that's the behind the scenes stuff that not everyone else gets to see. So if you subscribe to my Patreon, you get to see all that. But not just that, you actually get to support me in helping to keep creating music. So little indie artists like me need people like you to help me keep making the magic. So yes, you can get the song today on Patreon. Otherwise, it's available for pre-order on iTunes currently, and it will be released everywhere on the 12th of September. So that is why today is a pre-release listening party. So, okay, before we all get to listen to this, I'm still just trying to give more time for as many people to jump on as possible. But just leading into this song, okay, so I'll talk in depth after I've played it, but I just really want you guys to know that it's been a really difficult season over the past couple of years for me when it comes to songwriting. So it's been a season of drought for me. So some of you may know that I've battled chronic illness since about 2013. I was diagnosed with fibromyalgia. I've gone through some pretty difficult times between now and then. And I went through a season where I stopped writing completely. So, except for like maybe the odd song that would just come up. But today is a big day for me because this is the first full song I've written and released in a little while. And it's kind of breaking the drought for me. It's stepping out and going, okay, Lord, I've had trouble being creative in this area, but I'm trusting you with what you've put on my heart. And honestly, it's kind of I guess a culmination of the journey I've been on through healing and recovery. And that's another cool thing. This week I got to celebrate God's goodness, his healing power in my life, and health like I haven't experienced in a long time. During the COVID season, while most people are hibernating behind Netflix and junk food, I have been training really hard and like on a proper nutrition program and working on my health with Jesus. And I'm very happy to say that I am the fittest and the strongest I have been ever, I think. And literally at the end of last year, I was still not that well. I was throwing up my food a lot of the time. I would get really sick, and I just, didn't matter what I ate, I would just react to it, and I would throw it up, and I couldn't really keep stuff down. And then my diet got really bad because I didn't know what I could and couldn't eat, and just got in a really bad cycle. But now I don't have that problem anymore, and I'm glad to say that I am just so much better. And I'm really grateful for my wonderful fitness coaches who have helped me get to that point. But I have much to celebrate this year, because usually at this time of the year and years gone by, I have been really sick. And actually, I had a bit of a reminder this morning when speaking to my pastor that only this weekend, like a couple of years ago, Urban Praise, which is the community I'm a part of, we had one of our biggest conferences with an incredible pastor from Orlando, Pastor William McDowell. And I don't know how I got on stage that weekend, but I was really sick. I was doused up on so many painkillers, tramadol, everything you could think of. I was hardly eating. And I actually remember that weekend very vividly, because I remember one night in particular, I was so drugged up with painkillers that I almost went home because I was so sick. I could barely sit up in my chair. And God just came in, like he just totally smashed me. And honestly, that's where a lot of healing for me began. I really believe that sickness can manifest in the body when we're struggling with inner pain and trauma, and as God heals the inside, and I truly believe that only God can heal the depths of us on the inside. We can have people to help counsel us and help us go through the healing process, but the actual healing only happens through Jesus. And I know that my physical health has got a lot to do with what he's done on the inside of me. So today I'm going to share a little bit of that through not just this song, but some other songs that I might sing a bit later. But here we go. I think everyone should be ready by now and is just as excited as I am. So I am about to share the song. It is called Pursue You, and I hope it blesses you as much as it blessed me. I feel that as a worshipper and a creative, anything that comes out of me, it's not me, it's not mine. The Lord has just allowed me to receive it first. Whenever I write a song, I get to hear it first. That's it. Like, Jesus gives me the song, and I just get to hear it first before anyone else. And then I get the privilege of making it into something that everyone else can hear. But honestly, it's a privilege. So, okay, I'm going to stop talking now because I know you guys are all just as excited to hear this song. So, here it is. I want to know you for more than just your name. I want to know you by your heart. I want to know you for more than what you do. I want to know you for who you are. I will meet you where my feet meet the shore. As I abandon all to dive in for more, I must pursue you until I find you. I wanna pour me out as a love song to you. to dive in for more. I must pursue you until I find you. I wanna pour me out as a love song to you. Let my praise fill the heavens, forever fulfilling my vow to make every day a love gift to you. I must pursue you. Oh, I must pursue you for the rest of my life. I must pursue you. I must pursue you. I will find you as I seek you. I will find you, you'll be found by me. I will find you as I seek you. I will find you, you'll be found by me. I will find you as I seek you. I will find you, you'll be found. I will find you as I seek you. I will find you. I must pursue you until I find you. I wanna pour me out as a love song to you. Let my praise fill the heavens, forever fulfilling my vow to make every day a love gift to you. I must pursue you. Oh, I must pursue you for the rest of my life. I must pursue you. Oh, I must pursue you for the rest of my life. Your deep is stored up for me. Your deep is waiting to be awakened. Your deep is stored up for me. Your deep is waiting to be awakened. Woo! Okay, well, my comments on my screen isn't working, so I have noticed that people are commenting on the actual video, so that's cool. Okay. So, I just noticed who's tuning in here. So I'm very, very excited. I can see that I have a very special family from Dallas. Pastor Nicole, David Binion, and the family. I just want to say hello. I am so privileged that you are watching today. I am so excited that you were able to join me today. And honestly, I also just want to congratulate the beautiful Madison, who released her first EP yesterday. That blessed my heart so much. And I can't stop listening to it. So, you know. Anyways, so I'm going to be honest today, guys. I'm just a little bit nervous. So I'll just, I'm not used to just talking to a camera. I feel like I need people there. Anyways, okay, so I want to tell you and share with you with this song. So I'm just going to flick cameras over here. Okay, guys. Pursue. Quite a journey. I'm not. Whew. Okay, so this song is really special to me. I wrote this song while soaking in the Psalms, and for those of you who don't know what the Psalms is, it's a book of the Bible that's just full of beautiful poetry and prayers to the Lord through all different times. And it's just appropriate for every season. And so I was just sitting with the Bible open and going, Lord, I just have this cry on my heart and I just want to be able to write it down. And so I was just sitting behind the keyboard, just kind of tinkering away and with the Bible next to me. And something that has been, I guess, a real cry for me over this season is getting to know the Lord as much as he knows me. And so I'm going to walk you through every little verse and chorus of this song because every line has a story. So in verse 1, I'm talking about, I just want to know you. I want to know you for more than just your name. I want to know you for who you are. And the thing is, almost everybody has encountered religion, but not many have encountered intimacy with the heart of God. And that grieves me so much. I literally heard a story just the other day of how people create rules and regulations that the Lord never himself created. It's not his heart. He is a God of love. He is a God that wants to know us. And people often say they believe in God and they know God, but he's like far off on the distance, who has nothing to do with their lives. He's just some big somebody away in the cosmic force. But that's not who Daddy God is. He wants to know us personally and intimately, and he wants to be more than just a cosmic force out there. And so what I'm saying is I want to know him for more than just his name, because imagine if, we just knew our friends by name and we didn't really know anything about them. We're just like, oh yeah, they have brown hair and they like to wear dresses and this is their name. And that's all we knew about them. And then we see them, say our work colleagues, we rock up to work and we know their name, we might have some funny conversation, but then outside of that, we don't really know about their lives. When we get to know friends, we get to know them, right? And the Lord is very much the same. And a lot of people just want to know God for selfish reasons. He's kind of just a vending machine. He's there when they want him, when they want something. But just, imagine if you treated your spouse that way. It's like, I only want to see you at this time of the day. But other than that, I want to do my own thing. Yeah, we're married, but, I don't want you controlling my life. I don't want you in my life. That's just not love. But the one thing I want to be and the one thing I live for is to share who Jesus is. And when I say to people, I've often said to my non-Christian workmates or people who've never been to church, that I am a Christian who's very anti-religion, and they don't understand that. And it's because religion is just merely a set of rules that people adhere to. It's empty of intimacy. It's empty of relationship. And people do things because they feel they have to or they're told to. But when you're in relationship with somebody, when you're in love with somebody, or whether it's a spouse or children, you don't do things not to hurt them, and like when you're married to somebody, you don't cheat on them, not because it's the rules of dating or marriage. You don't cheat on them because you love them and you don't want to damage that intimacy with them. And so it's the same with Jesus. There's things I don't do because I love him and I know he loves me, and I don't want to damage that relationship. And it's just, it breaks my heart when I see religious structural rules that God never created tear apart families, and tear apart even the church at times. And so for me, I'm saying I don't want to just know God by name. And I don't want to know him for what he gives me. I want to know his heart because I know he's in love with me. And I can't help but respond to that love. And then, man, the bridge. Okay, so the bridge is really quite straightforward, I'm just basically saying that I want to jump into the depths of God. And look, in any love relationship, you have to completely abandon yourself, right? You have to trust the other person. They have to trust you. It's this amazing adventure of jumping into the unknown with them. And you have to completely abandon yourself. You cannot have a deep, loving relationship with somebody if you do not trust them. And if you aren't prepared to be vulnerable and let the walls come down and just jump into the ocean with them. So really, I'm just saying that I want to jump out of my comfort zone, which I'm doing right now, really right now, and jump into the ocean with the Lord because I want to know the depths of his heart, because in the depth of his heart is the depth of me. And the only way to discover God, guys, is in full surrender and abandonment, because when we let go of everything, we find so much freedom. Now, the chorus is like really about me responding to his pursuit. Now, there's a lot of gorgeous songs out there where God is pursuing us, and the Lord is so after our heart. He is always chasing us, even if we don't know. He's always calling us. He's always speaking to us, even if we don't know, and even if we're not listening. The Father just so longs to know us and to be known. And so he's constantly going after us. And in this chorus, I'm responding to that pursuit. I'm saying, yes, I must go after you. Like, you've been chasing me. Now I have to run after you. And actually, I'm a very proud auntie of two gorgeous nieces. And when I'm playing with them, I love to chase them and pick them up and cuddle them tightly and smother them in kisses, put them down and do it all over again. Like when you play hide and seek with your kids, you want them to find you, right? The idea is that they find you because that's actually the fun part. The fun part is being found. And then you get to pick them up, hug them, cuddle them, kiss them, put them back down, and then go hide again. And make sure you keep your foot out from behind the curtain or something so they can find you, right? And this was the picture I had while I was writing the chorus. The Lord longs to be found by us. He is not hidden so we can't be found. God is actually right in front of us. He's not something that we have to go on this go out into the wilderness to try and find him. He is right there and he wants to be found. And actually, it's his greatest joy to be found by us. He wants to be found. But the thing that, now, I'm a hopeless romantic, okay? So I love to pursue people. I really like to get to know them, what makes them tick. I like to, and for me, what's romantic about a romantic relationship with somebody is that pursuit between the both of them. He's pursuing me, I'm pursuing him, and it's like this back and forth, and it becomes like this beautiful adventure and journey. And so it's the same with Jesus. Like, he pursues us, and then he like steps back a bit and waits for us to respond. And it's this beautiful intimacy between him coming after us and we going after him. He wants to be found. He wants to be known. He's just like, we want to be known by our spouse. We want to be known by our family. We want to be known by our friends. What is some of the people's biggest fear? It's being rejected, right? They want to be known. We just want to be known. We want to be understood. We want to be loved. And, God's no different. He wants to be known. He wants to be understood. He wants us to fall in love with him in the way that he so desperately loves us. And so in this chorus, and, this kind of came out of the Psalms, I'm going to say, there's this gorgeous scripture, which I've written down here somewhere, that basically says, I want my praise to fill the heavens, fulfilling my vow to make every day a love gift. If there is anything I've learnt through the years of sickness that I've battled, and, I really struggled with that illness for so long because I lost a lot of my 20s, pretty much all my 20s to battling crippling sickness. And I thought, this is it. This is taking my youth. This is taking my future. But then I realized, no, it's not like that at all. It's actually allowing me to realize the most important thing. I'm here to be loved, and I'm here to love. And honestly, if that's all I ever do, and that's all I ever succeed at, if I can even succeed at that, that is just the most beautiful thing. And so I just want every day of my life to be a love gift to Jesus, because he gave me the ultimate love gift. He gave us the ultimate love gift. He gave his life. And look, let's face it. We might die for a family member or a really close friend that we really love, but there's no way in the world we would give our life for a criminal. There's no way in the world we'd give our life for a murderer or a rapist. Hell no, right? That's exactly how we feel. But Jesus literally gave his life for every single person who would ever live on the planet. That even knowing that some of them will never come to know his heart, even knowing that some of them will never know him, even knowing that some of him will outright reject his free gift, he literally gave his life for everybody. Now, I can't even begin to comprehend that love. Our human minds do not actually have the paradigm to even get that. That's just like, that blows my mind. It's so beyond human comprehension. The depth and the love that the Lord has for his creation, that he has for each of us. I don't know if you've ever looked at videos of space looking at Earth, but sometimes I'll get up one of these live NASA feeds where you can see Earth from space, and you feel so small in that moment. We are such flawed, broken human beings. We're actually quite insignificant, really. But even as small as we are, and as many as we are, Jesus so deeply loves each of us, even with all our quirks, even with all our brokenness. And that's really what I'm trying to say in this song here. And so, wow, it's taken quite a while to get through this song, isn't it? So channel part 1, where I'm just saying, I will find you as I seek you. Very simple line, but it is, the Lord, like I said, the Lord does not hide himself not to be found. And I really love what he says in the scripture here. He says that the faithful lovers of God will inherit the earth and enjoy every promise of God's care, dwelling in peace forever. And it says the passionate the God of passionate love will meet with me. When we go and seek the Lord, He will meet with us in that place. And so it's like, as I was writing this song, I could just picture Him like running after me and wrapping His arms around me. And I'm just like, I will find you as I seek you. I will find you as I seek you. I have found you. You're right here. And but now I'm coming up to my favorite part of the song. It's right at the end, but it's actually my favorite part of the song. So just at the end there, you might be kind of wondering what I mean by, the deep is stored up for me. Your deep is waiting to be awakened. There's this scripture in the Bible. It says that He gathers the waters of the sea together as a heap. He lays up the deep in storehouses. So though the Lord is actually talking about creation, He created the ocean to be within boundaries. It comes up to a shore and it's restrained within its boundaries. I also believe it's speaking metaphorically of how the Lord has so much to give us. It's so deep. He has incredible depth of revelation and just treasure for us. And so it's waiting to be awakened. There's so much that we can find in the heart of God if we want it, and it's right there. He's giving it to us. But not many people are willing to dig for that treasure. And so that is actually my favorite part of the song, because there is so much deep of the Lord to be awakened. And so many of us miss out on that deep because we're not prepared to jump into the deep because it seems scary. It's unknown. But it's in the unknown that we can encounter that wonderful depth. And so, excuse that. So I just want you to picture, I guess, being in the arms of somebody that loves you and holding you tight, and you're just feeling, loved in that moment. So that love that you feel in that moment, times it by 1,000,000,000, and it still doesn't come anywhere near the love that you can encounter in Jesus. That actually brings me to something else that I wanted to say, and it's kind of, yes. Okay, so what is praise? What is worship? I've heard people make the comment that why would God make us to worship Him? Isn't that really egotistic that God would make people to worship Him? But hold on a second. People don't really understand what praise is, and that's why they say that. I love what C.S. Lewis says. He says, the most obvious fact about praise strangely escaped me. I never noticed that all enjoyment spontaneously overflows into praise. The world rings with praise. Walkers praising the countryside, players praising their favorite game, praise of the weather, wines, food, adventures, flowers, mountains. I think we delight to praise what we enjoy, because the praise not merely expresses but completes the enjoyment. It's a pointed consummation. It's not out of compliment that lovers keep on telling one another how beautiful they are. The delight is incomplete until it's expressed. So in other words, worship is the consummation of joy. Our joy is not complete until it is expressed in worship and praise. It's out of God's love that He created us to worship. That is where our joy is complete. So could you imagine being in love with someone but never telling them that you love them, or You know, when you're in love with somebody or your kids, you can't help but tell them how proud of them that you are, how beautiful someone is, how much you love somebody. That is praise. That is what praise and worship is. It's literally complimenting and bringing your joy into expression. So could you imagine loving somebody and never telling them that? It's literally, you can't help it because it's the completion of your joy. And that's what praise is. So the Lord loves us so much. He wanted us to be happy. And the only way we can be fully happy is to actually release that praise. And that's just amazing to me. And so this whole song is about going after the Lord who pursues me and jumping into the depths and enjoying the depth of his heart, which is just so, so beautiful. So I've actually got one story about that. Do you want to hear a story? I hope I'm not like boring you with my talking. So I had a crazy God encounter in my gym. Yes, in my gym. God can encounter you everywhere. I haven't really told many people this story, and I haven't really told the person at the center of this story, because I honestly did not know how to articulate it. I don't think there are English words to articulate what happened to me in the gym that day. But so here we go. I'm just going to say it. So I just checking that people telling me I'm not boring. That's awesome. Okay, so about 5 years ago, I met my now trainer, who is incredible, by the way, and I met her in a season of time where I was still recovering from a breakdown. So I had a couple of years ago, I had a full breakdown to the point that I actually had to stop work. I couldn't create. I literally couldn't create. I couldn't design a website. I couldn't write. I just couldn't create. And so I had to put everything down. I had to stop. And I've never experienced anything like this before, but I was so emotionally fatigued, I actually couldn't have a one-on-one conversation with somebody. It would be too exhausting for me. So I stopped talking to people. I went in a season of isolation. I even struggled to speak to my family members. Sometimes my family would be over and I'd be locked in my room because I couldn't handle communication. And the anxiety was so extreme, it was just easier for me to hide in my room. So at this time, I was just starting to get back into the gym, partly to overcome my anxiety at the time. And I literally wouldn't talk to anyone. I'd put my headphones in and I'd be like, hi, don't talk to me. Hi, don't talk to me. Because it literally took all the little energy I had to get through a workout. So I just didn't want to talk to anyone. And around this time, I met this incredible lady who I just saw walking around. She'd be talking to everybody. And she was just like this bubble of joy that would be just walking around. And you couldn't not talk to her. So, you know, it didn't take long before she was probably one of the first people I actually started talking to in the gym. Anyway, she was going to share her own fitness journey one day on a Saturday. She was going to just share some of her journey into fitness and how she got to where she was back then and is still now. And it was a Saturday. I was feeling really tired. I wasn't sure I was going to come in and work out that day. But I got up and the Lord said to me, I want you to go to the gym and I want you to listen to what she has to say. I was like, oh, okay. The Lord's actually asking me to go to the gym today. Okay, fine, I'll go. So, you know, I went, I did my workout and then walked up into the top room where she was sharing. And I just sat out the back. I didn't really want to be around anyone. I was kind of there out of curiosity, um, because I love fitness, and as those of you know, I've kind of got quite into it now. But I was just curious, and plus, for whatever reason, the Lord told me to be there that day. So I sat in the back of the room, and I'm just sitting there listening. And then all of a sudden, now I haven't had this happen to me too many times. This has happened occasionally, but I was sitting in the back of the room, and all of a sudden the Lord starts talking to me. And when he speaks to me this intensely, I forget that anyone else is in the room. So at this point in time, I didn't see anyone else in the room. It was just me and this person speaking out the front. And the Lord started speaking to me. And for those of you who have like been in church when the presence of God just falls on you all of a sudden, you know what it's like, right? You get completely smashed. What I say, completely smashed, completely wrecked. When the presence of God just falls on you, it wrecks you. You have no words. You just want to cry, laugh, and scream all at the same time, right? For those of you who go to church, you know what I mean. So I'm in the gym, not at church. I'm in the gym. I'm in the back of the room, and the Lord says, Krystle. I'm like, yes? He's like, I really, really love this person. I'm like, yeah, I know. He's like, no, I really love this person. Like, she actually makes me laugh. She's really funny. I'm like, yeah, I know. She is pretty funny. Now that I know her really well, yes, she makes me laugh all the time. And I could actually hear the laugh. That, you know how like your daddy, when he's really proud of their little kids, they get this like funny little laugh. They're like, oh, I love you so much, and they're kind of laughing with you. And when the kid laughs, the dad laughs, and I literally could hear God laughing, like this happy laugh. He's like, Krystle, I really love her. She makes me so happy. She makes me laugh. And I'm like, and by this time, I actually started crying. So I'm at the back of the room crying, and I was starting to laugh because Daddy's like, oh, she makes me laugh. She's so lovely. And I could just feel like the delight of the Lord and the presence of God. And so I'm like, okay, God, slow down. I'm in the back of a gym. No one's going to understand if I just start bursting out in tears right now. They're just not going to get it. And so I'm actually starting to shake because I feel like the presence of God that intensely. And I'm starting to tear. I'm sitting in the back of this gym room. And I'm like, oh, that is so cool. She makes God laugh. I mean, this is the creator of the earth. Like, he is so in love with this person. And he's like, and so I'm crying because I'm like, oh, she makes Daddy God laugh. She makes him so happy. And so the Lord was just telling me, I want you to tell her how much I love her. That I really want her, I really want to know her. I want to know her so much more. I want her to know my heart for her, because I have an incredible call for her life. She's not just, I don't want her just to transform bodies. I want her to transform hearts and lives. And I've given her this joy to help bring transformation into people's lives. And so I'm just there crying. I'm like, oh my gosh, God loves her so much. He makes her laugh. She makes me laugh too. And that wrecked me for months. Every time I'd walk back into the gym, I'd start crying again because it would remind me of that moment. And so, and she really is like that. She's like this joy bomb. Like when she enters the room, you know how some people just walk into a room and they bring joy with them. She's really like that. And I just love the joy. She's definitely brought a lot of joy in my life, except for on leg day. That just hurts. But anyways, I prayed for months for her and her family after that. And every time I'd pray, I'd just start crying because the Lord just totally smashed me with his love for her and for me, because when he shows me how much he loves somebody else, he's also showing me how much he loves me. And so I share that story to say that this is how Jesus pursues us. This is how Daddy God pursues us. This is how much he loves us. He just can't get enough of us. And when you get a glimpse of that love, you can't not be changed. It just wrecks you. It smashes you. And it's the most beautiful, incredible experience. When you experience the love of God like that, you want to laugh, cry, and scream all at the same time. And it's like this culmination of realizing how small you are and who you aren't and how broken you are, as well as realizing everything that you are in God, how amazing and incredible, and where our identity comes from is just from being loved. We were created to love and be loved. At the end of the day, that's it. Whatever we do is a bonus. Whatever we do on top of that for work or whatever we get to do in life is a bonus. We were created to love and be loved. And outside of that, we can't really experience the completeness of joy and fulfillment. And so that's just it. God is forever chasing us, and I can't help but chase him back. And so that's my story for today. I was thinking of possibly maybe sharing a song with you acoustically. I don't know. Would you guys like to hear a song or two? Share something in the comments if you would like to hear something. Let's see. I might just. All right. I might just share one song with you here, at least one song. So hopefully you guys can hear me all okay. Right. Okay, so I am going to share with you a song called My All or Nothing. I wrote this song a couple of years ago. I wrote it at the time everything went bad. So, like I said, I went through a breakdown and I actually lost my job at the time. And so about 2014 and 15 were two very, very difficult years for me. And right through to 2017, actually. But I literally was stripped of everything. I couldn't design, I couldn't create, I couldn't work, I couldn't sing, I couldn't write. I literally, everything that I loved to do, I couldn't do. And all of a sudden, I had to realize, who is Krystle when she's not designing? Who is Krystle when she's not singing? And that's where I was like, you know what, at the end of the day, all that's left to me is God. And that's the most important thing, because God created me to love and be loved, right? So I realized that there was so much freedom in that place, because all of a sudden I didn't have to try to be anything or do anything, and just be loved by Jesus. So this is that song. I'm obsessed, completely possessed by nothing less than loving you. There is nothing else I can do. I've laid it all on the altar for you. There's nothing I hold on to. You are my all or nothing. Yes, you are. You are my everything. 'Cause at the end of the day, when all is stripped away, all that's left to me is you. To love deeply is to open our heart. It exposes us to pain, but it's not wasted. 'Cause to hurt in love is to know we loved it all. It's pain to be embraced, just like Christ did. 'Cause we were his all or nothing. Yes, we were his everything. 'Cause at the end of the day, when all is stripped away, all that's left to me is you. 'Cause at the end of the day, when all else fades away, all that's left to me is you. All that's left to me is you. I'm lost in the ocean of you. I'm drowning in the depths of your love. Oh, you, I'm enthralled by the gaze of your eyes. I'll be lovesick for life. I'll be lovesick, 'cause at the end of the day, when all is stripped away, all that's left to me is you. 'Cause at the end of the day, when all else fades away, all that's left to me is you. All that's left to me. You have captured my heart. It's all or nothing, yeah. You have captured my heart. You have captured my heart. It's all or nothing, yeah. You have captured my heart. You have captured my heart. It's all or nothing, yeah. You have captured my heart. Oh, you have captured my heart. It's all or nothing, yeah. You have captured my heart. 'Cause at the end of the day, when all is stripped away, all that's left to me is you. 'Cause at the end of the day, when all else fades away, all that's left to me is you. All that's left to me is you. yeah, so that is that song. I think I might share one more song with you, but it's not one of my songs, but it's a song that I just think is really appropriate for this morning and what I feel like the Lord has put on my heart about His love, really. So I'm going to share this song with you. Some of you know it, so you can totally join in with me here. It's called I Am Loved by Maverick City Music, an incredible worship team that I absolutely love. And I just have to share this song because I want you guys to remember just how much the Lord loves you. Like, really, that's not just a line or a phrase, it's like legitimate. And how much He goes after you. And yeah, for those of you who know the song, feel free to sing with me. Oh, all that I am and all that I have is beautifully made by your hands. There is no question and there is no doubt that you look at me and feel proud. You're not embarrassed, you're not ashamed, you stand in wonder of what you've made. I am loved by you. 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 All that I am and all that I have is beautifully made by your hands. There is no questions and there is no doubt that you look at me and feel proud. You're not embarrassed, you're not ashamed, you stand in wonder of what you've made. I am loved by you. 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 Your love will not run empty. Your love's a well that will never run dry. Your love will not run empty. Your love grows sweeter and sweeter with time. Your love will not run empty. Your love's a well that will never run dry. Your love will not run empty. Your love grows sweeter and sweeter, sweeter. sweeter and sweeter, sweeter and sweeter. I am loved by you. I am loved by you. I am loved by you. I am loved. Your love grows sweeter and stronger over time. You never fall out of love for us. Your love grows sweeter and stronger. You never fall out of love with us. Your love grows sweeter and stronger. You never fall out of love with us. Your love grows sweeter and stronger, sweeter and stronger, sweeter and stronger. I am loved by you. We are loved by you. We are loved by you. We are loved by you. Well, I could keep doing that forever. But yeah, I really want to thank you, everybody, for I want to know you for more than just your name. I want to know you by... Sorry guys, I'm accidentally pressing the wrong buttons. Yeah, I just really want to thank you, everybody, for joining me today. It has been an incredible blessing to have you guys on with me today, and thank you for dealing with my nerves. But I just want to remind you guys again, just to get onto my Patreon, if you want to get my single today and start listening to it over and over and over. And I would really just love to hear from anyone with how this song has blessed them, and I'd love to hear your testimonies if this song touches you in any way. Oh, but before I go, I just need to give a shout out to the producer that I had the absolute blessing of working with on this song. So a couple of years ago, I was listening to Stephanie Gretzinger's first solo album, which to this day is the album that really impacted me deeply. But while I was listening to that album, I was like going, oh my gosh, who on earth produced this album? And of course, I went on a bit of a search and a hunt, and I found the producer, who is Jeff. Okay, I'm going to try and say his surname, Sheenwise, I think. I'm so sorry if I said that wrong. He's also known as Lael on Spotify. But he produces many of my favorite Bethel artists, and I just love his sound. Every time he released something, or every time I heard the release of another artist that I love, I couldn't get over his sound. I'm like, this guy gets it. He moves me so much with his sound. I'm very much about taking somebody on a journey when they listen to a song. So I had the privilege of working with Jeff this year on this song, and I'm so excited because it's literally a dream come true for me. And I just really want to thank him for working with me on this song, even from a distance. I still haven't physically met him, but I'm so grateful that I had the blessing of working with him on this song. So I just wanted to give a shout out to Jeff, who produced this song for me. And yeah, so totally, guys, get on that link, get listening to that song, and yeah, let me know what you think about the song. And yeah, I'll be releasing it officially to the whole rest of the world in a couple of weeks. So thank you guys so much for listening to my heart today. It was an absolute privilege to share it with you, and I don't know, I guess I'm gonna probably need to do this again in the future, right? So yeah, love you. Enjoy the sunny weather here in Melbourne, and for everyone who joined me from the US today, thank you. It was a blessing to have you on. So love you guys so much. Bye.